Hey folks, welcome back to the Dyson Sphere program. Last time we set up production chains to make plasma exciters and photon combiners. Those are both being fed into the ILS that we have here, which are supplying remotely. Now, one thing that kind of confused me was we saw some in-transit markers at 50%. I thought minimum load of drones and vessels at 100% would mean that they wouldn't... There we go. 400 in transit from Alwade 3 bringing prisms here. I thought we would say the same thing with our plasma exciters and our photon combiners. So for example, the plasma exciters, I guess when they get to 400 they'll go. I don't know. I suppose at the moment we'll just leave this as it is. We don't have any demand back home for photon combiner setup. We do for plasma exciters though, I believe. Either way, this is set up to translate back home. So let's go back to our home planet and make sure that we set that side of things up correctly. Oh, I'm in the wrong view. That's why I can't zoom out any further. I'm like, why am I not zooming out? All right, so Alwade 3 is where we'd like to go. If we can locate it and set the value correctly. Here we go. Set our indicator. Let's head home. All right, this looks good. Let's speed up a little bit and head towards Alwade 3. So, yes, we're going to go back to working on the mall now that we've dealt with some of these bottleneck issues. With production available from off-planet, I might also tear down the little boutique chain I had set up. Or at least take a look at it. Okay, so we've arrived on planet. Let's take a look at our ILS. Of which we have, I believe, 4. So... you are calling for ingots and magnets. You're calling for processors, motors, microcrystalline components, alloy and plastic. You are calling for... Now, what are you doing? You're supplying remotely Proliferator Mark III. So why wasn't that... Why wasn't I able to call this in? I guess it's just not producing fast enough? Or it's being called somewhere else? I'm not sure where this is going, but we might need to produce more of this. You're also demanding particle broadband, crystal. You are supplying prisms, and you are demanding plasma exciters. So plasma exciters are coming in here and then being locally supplied. So we need another ILS tower. We need to get over here and set down another ILS tower. So let's do that. You're planetary, right? Yes. Okay. I'd like to keep all our ILS in the same place so we can look in on them fairly easily. Let's get another ILS here. Kind of on this line if possible. We can build one there, and then there's going to be a gap, unfortunately. All right, let's get you powered up. Let's feed you with drones and vessels. And then what we want you to do right now that we weren't doing before is to demand photon combiners from remote. There we go. We can immediately see 400 in flight. Very nice. And then we'll supply locally. So those should go over to the mall now, which is where we're headed next. Let's see if we can find it over here. All right, so let's take a look at the fruits of our labor. So plasma exciters should be coming in from remote over here. Once they arrive through ILS, they should be demanded here. And same with the photon combiners. Let me go take another look back where we came from. So, where's plasma exciters? Here. We're supplying locally, demanding remotely. So it takes a while. We're only producing something like 60 per minute, I think we set up. So yeah, we do have 400 coming in here. Once they arrive here, they'll be demanded at this tower locally. And then they'll flow out onto this line and make their way over here. We can see there are actually some here right now. But those aren't coming from ILS. Those are coming from this production line here. So, I mean, a little bit extra is fine. We don't have that much production available. I guess we'll do what we can do. We'll leave these in place for now. We should be getting these interstellarly, if that makes sense. There's a huge demand for them, though. No photon combiner. Yeah, now we have photon combiners in transit, so we've got 400 coming in. But there is a big demand for it at the moment, so it's going to keep burning through everything we're producing, but at least we're producing some. With that being said, what kicked this off was, I believe, this guy, so he should get some eventually. We should see some production here. Yes, we have built 6 of these, and I will take these because I ran out. And as the photon combiners come in, or rather the plasma exciters come in, we should see this starting to produce bit by bit. So we've increased our throughput a little bit, and it's time to move on to the next chain here. So we've done power and collecting, we've done logistics and storage. We're done with logistics, right? Yes. So now it's time to move on to production. So arc smelters, yes, we very much want to be producing these. I didn't accidentally do this already, did I? I don't think so. No, we didn't. All right. So let's make some arc smelters. Let's go ahead and throw down an assembler. You are going to make arc smelters for me. We have this new plane smelter as well. Arc smelter. This has 2x production speed. I don't know if we need this. Let's start with the arc smelter. So you're a 4-source requirement of iron, brick, circuit boards, and magnetic coils. All right. Let's do your output. Let's get your source down. You're going to be a 4-source. I'm not sure if this blueprint has been updated yet or not. Let's put it down and check it out. Yes, it looks like it has. Okay. This is all... Wow, that is so nice to have that just built like that. So what do we say we need? Iron, brick, circuit boards, and magnetic coils. All right. Iron... brick, circuit boards, and magnetic coils. Looks good. That should start producing in a moment. Now, here's an interesting question. I think we're going to set up production for this plane smelter, even though we can't actually build it yet. Yes, this is all lined up correctly. So we're going to want a little bit of output from you to go in here as one of the sources, right? Because you require, to make the plane smelter, you require an input of an arc smelter, right? Yes, okay. So, your output line is here. Let's go ahead and take from your output line and turn it into an input line over here. So as you make arc smelters, they'll start feeding in here. And then we need a 3-source back here for the other input types. All right, so let's set you up like so. This may not have been upgraded yet, I'm not sure. Nope, we upgraded this one as well. Okay, very nice. So you are going to be this frame material that we're not producing, the plane filter we're not producing, and the unipolar magnet that we don't have access to. So you're going to be empty for a very long time. Is that the only way to make this recipe? Yes. Okay. So frame material, plane filter, and unipolar magnet. Let's see. Frame material, unavailable. Plane filter, unavailable. And unipolar magnet, also unavailable. So we're not going to have these for a while, but we've set up the chain for the future if we get there. That's fine. Next on production would be assembling assemblers. And we use a lot of those, so this is going to come in handy. Let's plop you down. Let's do your outputs. We'll do that for you as well. You need 3 sources. Iron, gears, and circuit boards. All right, let's get you set up. Like so. And it's, yeah, iron, gears, and circuit boards. Iron ingots. Gears. Only one available route, but it is available. And then more circuit boards. Surprise, surprise. Okay. That takes care of Assembler Mark 1. Let's go for Assembler Mark 2. Assembler. Now, do you require an Assembler Mark 1 plus graphene and processors? Okay. So let's take some of the output here and put it into this machine. And then you only need a 2 source for graphene and processors. Okay. Seems fine. Looks good. Let's request graphene. And let's request processors. Okay. These should have their limits set. Yep, looks good. You guys have your limits set as well. Looks good. Okay. Everything should be good for that. Next up is Assembly Machine Mark 3. We haven't used any of these yet, but we might try to make some, because we might have a use for that in the future. Let's go ahead and set you to the correct production. Let's do outputs and inputs. Looks good. You're also going to need photon combiners and quantum chips. Okay. You're going to be photon... Wait, what was it? Was it particle broadband or photon combiners? No, it was particle broadband and quantum chip. So particle broadband... 0 available routes. We'll fix that in a moment. And quantum chips, obviously, there's not going to be anything for that. So we're not going to be producing these for a while. However, particle broadband, we can set up a distribution, a logistics distributor. So let's do that. I don't have any. I need to make some. That probably means I need bots as well. Man, my inventory is getting real full up here. Let me put away all my missiles for now. I think we're close to being able to stop carrying around Conveyor Belt Mark 1 and 2. Let me go put these away. So this is Mark 2. I have some extra there. And then I have some extra Mark 1 that I don't need, but that's full. So the Mark 1s I think we just delete. Okay. We're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Look at all the drones flying around. It's lovely. All those lovely drones. Okay. We need to set up particle broadband here to provide to other distributors. Looks like that's already done. Oh no, that's the wrong... That's plasma exciters. We need to do it for particle broadband here. So you are going to provide to other distributors. Seems good. We don't have quantum chips in production and probably won't for a while, so we'll move on to our next project. Now, what's going on here? You're not getting what? Processors, you're not getting... Graphene you should be getting, no problem. So why aren't you getting graphene? Requests from other distributors. You have bots. Why aren't you getting graphene? Yeah, you don't have graphene and you don't have processors. The processors I understand, but graphene? What's happening here? We actually don't have any available. Shouldn't there be quite a bit of graphene production at the moment? Where's my graphene production? Maybe it's not as big as I thought. Should be over at chemical plant land. Like over here somewhere. One of you guys. Yeah, you should be getting graphene. What's going on over there? Did we run out of something? We might have run out of something. Yeah, graphene production is halted. Why? You're not getting energetic graphite. Oh, that's right. We did run out of coal somewhere, didn't we? So where are you getting your coal from? You were getting your coal from here, and now it's all gone. All right, let's fix that. Let's get another coal collector here. Okay. All right. That fires you back up to produce energetic graphite. Those fire you back up to make graphene again. Now, we're also not getting any sulfuric acid. Why is that happening? What's happening with you? Not enough refined fuel? Did my refinery run dry? Is that what happened? Now, wait a minute. Product overflow. You're not getting enough coal. Yeah, your coal line is broken. Your input line... I think this was supposed to be coal as well. Let's follow this line. Yeah, this line has died as well. So this line was expecting coal too. Do I have other coal nearby? Let me turn veins back on. Other coal that I'm not using nearby that I can route here. There's coal veins over here. We're not using some of those. So... if I want to... where's the one that died? This one? You're ILS. I don't want to use you for planetary logistics. Where's this coal? Over there? That's not that far. Okay. Let me see if I can route some coal here onto this line. So let's delete this miner. And then we want to fill up this line with coal. So let's route you... like this, maybe? And then it's over... where is it? It's over there? Yeah, let's come around over like this. And meet up with you. Oh, there's quite a lot of iron we're not using here. I probably need to... You've got a little bit left, but that's important that we have a little bit of iron here. We could use that for something. I wonder if I just stuff ore... Well, no, probably not. Well, this line is backed up and not doing anything, so that's fine for now, but there's a bunch more iron there. Okay, let's continue with this line. Where's this coal? Over here? Let's throw a miner down. One should be enough, like that. Powered up. All right, that should fix the throughput problems for... what was it that was... This was going into these fuel things to make sulfuric acid, right? So once that arrives, the sulfuric acid should continue, and then our graphene production should resume. I guess I'll just come along this line and watch the coal arrive for a bit, and make sure that that all starts producing again. This is slow because I built it with the Mark 1s. I guess I could try upgrading the entire... Like, if I upgrade this entire thing, does it show me how many it's going to use? I'm not sure if it does. So, until it gets to the splitter, it's upgraded to Mark 3. And now we have coal again. So you guys are producing more fuel. None of you are blocked. That goes in, we start producing graphene or sulfuric acid again. Yeah, you've got almost enough. Okay, so you're all producing sulfuric acid, which is going into this tank. Immediately passing out and coming over here, and graphene production resumes. Excellent. Okay. And you're the distributor, right? Yeah, so people can come here to get graphene. I mean, there's not a lot coming out. What are we doing, like 20 recipes per minute? Yeah, 20 recipes per minute, producing 40 graphene. So we've got 80 graphene per minute here. It's not a huge amount, but it's something. And we need it for our various production lines over at the mall. All right, let's get, speaking of the mall, let's get back to it. This is starting to look so cool. I'm very pleased with the way that the layout is like clean and aligned. Like, I really like the way this looks. It looks very nice. I'm very happy with it. Let's get back over there and resume producing production buildings. Alrighty, Roo. So we should see the graphene starting to come in. We fixed that issue. We've got our 3 production lines for assemblers. Next up in production would be the oil refinery. This is a 4-source building, and let's go ahead and get it started. So we'll place you down like that. Looks right. We'll do your output. Then we'll lay down... We'll tell you to make... Oh, that's actually wrong. I need to fix that. You're going to make oil refineries. Right? That's what we're doing next? Oil refinery? Yep. Okay. Sorter Mark 3... Then a 4 sources book. Okay. You go there. Looks correct. Looks good. All right. And what do we need? We need steel, brick, plasma exciters, and circuit boards. So, steel, brick, circuit boards, plasma exciters. I'm glad we went and made the plasma exciters because even just a little bit of throughput will eventually let these buildings do what they need to do. So there's oil refineries. Next up would be fractionators. Another 4-source recipe here. Let's do your outputs. And then let's do your inputs. Let's set you to make fractionators for me. Okay. Who's landing where? A relay station is landing on Clement Star 1. All right. All sources, 4 sources. Let's get you set up. Looks good. And you need steel, brick, glass, and processors. So let's do steel, brick, glass, and processors. Okay, that's that one taken care of. Next up would be... Now, we do have a power station here causing a bit of a problem. Let me see if I can move that. Where would make more sense for that to be? Like... What is this feeding? If I delete this, does anything break? No, everything's still connected. And look at those beautiful straight lines. Very nice. Everything's still connected. Okay. That's not what I want to do. I want to turn that off. So after fractionators, the next in the production line would be a chemical plant. Steel, brick, glass, and circuit boards. We're starting to build a lot of these things that are like demanding stuff that isn't available, or we're stretched too thin. We're stretched too thin with all the things that are requesting stuff. I don't know why you have excess items, unless it's because... What's happening? What are you missing that you're not producing? We don't have any... plasma exciters. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. We just went and made some plasma exciters, but we don't have enough by any means. So if we get a little bit, it'll make a few of these, and that'll be enough for now. Like we can see, these are being made. These are being made. These guys, not so much, not yet anyway. We'll check in on some of these things later. Let's keep building out our automation here. All right, so you're going to be making chemical plants. Chemical plant like that. You're going to be a 4-sourcer. Let's get you set up with that. What is the problem here? Too close to another power facility. I think it's this. Which we set up on... Yeah, okay, hold on. I think I can get rid of this. And do it. No, it's intersecting with this. All right, so we need to move this like to the other side. Is there? I don't think there's a relay here right now, but they could come back. Should I? Does it make sense to fill this in or to leave it? I'm not sure. Which way is the front of this? I don't know that either. I guess it's backwards now? It kind of seems like with the narrowing that it aims forward, but then these dishes seem like they aim forwards as well. I guess it doesn't really matter. Can I get all 3 of these with one? I can. Okay. Then we just have to connect that up. That seems fine. All right. Now we can come over here and finish what we were working on. There we go. Now you require steel, brick, glass, and circuit boards. Got it. Steel. I've run out of logistics distributors again. Plasma exciter. Iron. Processors. Make another 20 on top of that. Okay, so it was steel, brick, glass, and circuit boards. So brick, glass, circuit boards. Okay, that seems fine. We got a fractionator built. Looks like we're still waiting on plasma exciter over here. Yeah, we're just not producing enough. And it comes in slowly. What did we decide what did we end up making? Like 60 per minute? And then when 400 of them are done, they fly over here. So like every 7 minutes we get a shipment, and then it has to fly over in here, and then it's immediately picked up by like 6 different. There's 6 different groups that want this stuff. So yeah, there's very high demand. At least we have some coming in. Let's see. As the depots of the early demanders fill up, they'll stop demanding it, and then eventually these guys will get their shot to build. Let's see. So after we make chemical plants, next up is the miniature particle collider, and or at some point we're gonna investigate or research that advanced chemical plant. This is going slowly, I think, because of purple cubes. So we might want to make a trip to Alwade and get some more purple cubes unlocked, or bring some processors back rather. I think it's ever so slowly filling up. Maybe we'll do that. But let's get our miniature particle collider thing built first. Boy, this is gnarly. We're not going to be able to build this. This is 5 sources. How does that even work? 5 sources? That's ridiculous. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna... Do I need to automate this? I mean, it's not even gonna be able to be built until we get that frame material building somewhere, and we're gonna be light on processors and blue rings. I guess it's better to have it built and maybe make a couple for me at some point in the distant future than to just ignore it and handcraft it. I mean, we will have to handcraft it, but maybe we come over here and put some of those materials in at some point. All right, let's get our processor down. Or rather, our assembler. We're gonna need both. We're gonna need inputs on the side here, I think. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. But let's have output come from the front. Let's see if we can figure out how to make this happen. We're gonna make miniature particle collider, which has 5 inputs. Okay, so let's start with our 4 sources bookmark here. Let's place that down. Like so. And then we got to figure out how to get a 5th source here. Let's copy you back here. We'll copy you as well. These should all be empty and with their, yeah, with their automation limits set. And then we're going to need to get a 5th input here. So I think we're going to have to go like this. Hold on. So you're going to come over here. And then you're going to have to go over this thing to make this work. We need you to like loop back around over here. We need you to be one higher. Need you to be one higher than this. It's sort of hard to tell if I'm drawing this correctly. If I come way back here, like I was going to do, like I was going to do this, and draw over to here. I don't think it needs to be that high. Hold on. Can that make it over this to like here? It could. How high is that if I put it over this? It's very hard to position correctly. It's pretty tough. So that's, yeah, it's getting very challenging to draw with this right now. I think this one is 3 high. No, that's 2 high. So 3 high should go over it. So the idea is to come. Let's build something like, let's just build something that we can get for now. And then we'll delete parts of it and build up to it, I think is the idea. So we're going to reverse you, first of all. No, you were correct. We're going to delete you right above the curve there. And then we'll draw you up. So you're going to come from here and go up to this bad boy like this. Right? That at least works, sort of. Can I get the sorter on here? I can. Okay. And then we got to figure out how to come down. So I think excuse me. I think we come from here. I want to go down by 1. Maybe to... How do I go down by 1? Where can I go down by 1? I can go down by 1 to there. And I can come over by 1 here. And then go down... I can't quite get that to work. So I need to go down further and then turn if I can. How can I make this happen? This is a tricky one. I think we actually need to use the extra space here. I don't think there's another way for me to do it. Unless I use like a splitter. Or a splitter stack or something. I want to be very careful here. I would like to have you start there and then end up on the ground somewhere. Can we do that somehow? I could get to here, actually. Maybe that's how I do it. Yeah, maybe that's how I do it. So let's break this. There we go. So if this comes, so we don't have an output yet, but we can get our 5th input by coming from here down to here, I think. No, it has to come... We can get it to there, and then I think we can draw from there to here in front. Yeah, we can just make it happen if we build it that way. Okay, so this is our 5th input, which means our output has to come out and go like that. So this is our 5th input. Let's get this lined up. Right? So we got all 5 inputs. Let's actually cancel what this looks like, because we might have to reuse this, so I'd rather have it be blank. And then the last output, the actual output comes here and then goes like this. Right? So there's the output. So there's our 5 sources build. A little bit different from all the others. Let's save this so that we can use it again if we need to. Very, very complex, but I've managed to squeeze it all in on the column that I've been building. So if we get all of that and call it mall sources, 5 sources. 5 sources. Let's give it something that suggests how incredibly complex it is. What do I use here? 5 sources. We'll use a conveyor belt, I guess, maybe? Let's save that blueprint. So we got 5 sources. So I've switched between spelling out the numbers with the word 5 and then using 3 here. Let's see it. Let's make it uniform if we can. 5 sources, save changes. 2 sources, 1 source. Okay, so we've got that feels like a good blueprint to me. So now this should all be functional if we hook up the goodies. You're going to be making not miniature particle colliders. Was it miniature particle collider? It was, yes. Miniature particle collider. And you need titanium alloy, frame material, blue rings, graphene, and processors. And did I correctly... Yes, that's set up correctly as well. Okay. So titanium alloy. Titanium alloy. This frame stuff, what is it called? Frame material, right? And then we need blue rings, graphene, and processors. Blue rings. Graphene. And processors. Okay. So with that, now obviously we don't have the frame material, so this can't actually build until we get there. But with that, our production automation is complete, which just leaves us with transportation, defense, and Cosmo, I guess. But we are making progress here. We're building out the mall. We're getting towards the 1.0 release of the mall. Look at all this production. Look at it. Isn't it amazing? Look at all these fantastic, sick buildings being produced for us. The swarms of bots moving material around. The automation. It's becoming beautiful, if you ask me. It's also taking up, like... How wide is this? That's easily a 1/6 of the planet in width, using up the equator band here for this mall. I'm very happy with how it's progressing. I'm glad we got our production building automation done. And moving forward, we'll do... It'll be nice to have defense done as well. We're going to do Gauss turrets, missile turrets, implosion cannons, and laser turrets. We'll also do battlefield analysis bases, jammer towers, signal towers, and planetary shield generators. Actually, does it make sense to do... Probably makes sense to do transportation first, especially because we're using so many logistics distributors. I don't know if we'll make automatic pilers, but having a being able to come here and grab logistics stations will be nice. Energy exchangers we'll use at some point in the future. But we can see we have so many throughput problems. We'll be able to make little tiny bits, dribs and drabs of these kind of from left to right. It'll be very slow going for some of this until the depots to the left are filled up. So like here we can see we're no longer using any of these resources and they're available to other demanders. But we're not done here. We're not done here. What's your problem? You're not getting brick? There are oh, you're not you're supposed to be requesting brick. I might have made that mistake in a few other places. I might go down the line here and check things that are not being produced the way I expect them to. Like here, you're not getting, well, no, there are no supermagnetic rings for you. Let's see, anything else? Are you the same thing? No, you're requesting. Okay, you're producing now. So these should fill up. These are full. The belts and sorters are full. Pile sorters, not so much. Yeah, you need processors. Again, we've got a bottleneck there. Looks like splitters are done. We're still working on assembling machines. We're still working on arc smelters. I think I will actually take a stack of these. A lot of these things it's going to take a while because of the bottlenecks for them to actually fill up and move down the line to start producing some of these other things. And then things like the frame material, we don't have automated at all. So there's nobody to provide it. But we're making progress here. We've gotten through 5 kind of categories of buildings. Automated here in the mall, or at least semi-automated, waiting for us to build a few more things or some more throughput for various materials. And yeah, we're ready to move on to transportation, defense, and Cosmo. And once those are done, then it's like, okay, we're largely, the mall is done, and it's just, we have to keep adding small bits to it as we unlock new technologies and build new production chains. We also did unlock green science. And we know that our purple cubes are kind of slow down. So maybe we'll start next episode by taking a quick trip back to Clement Star. I know there's some relays there that might be causing problems. So we'll head back to Clement Star with some more defensive materials. We'll build some battlefield analysis bases. We'll build some signal towers. We'll take some missiles with us. Maybe craft a few laser turrets as well. We'll head back there, pick up a load of processors, bring them back and feed them into the science machine, and then continue working on our automated mall here. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. That's going to be it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.